Good afternoon, everyone. Gabe Velazquez here with you, transparenttrading-solutions.com on a Friday. This is 27th September. Very, very lackluster trading. Let's get right into the charts. Again, subscribe to the newsletter, and I'll be writing that this weekend. I'll probably have a class coming up. So overall, looking at the NASDAQ, which is really the key here, we had a nice pop earlier yesterday after China and whatever, and then came right up into these levels up here, depending on how you parse them. And we're kind of just trying to bounce off this mean reversion trade at 2181, and kind of just drifting along today. Just very, very lackluster. You can see just another choppy, lackluster day. S&P similarly, just all over the place here. We did have this level up top here, which kind of gave you a little bit of a this guy right here got you a little bit of a pullback, but overall nothing new. And the Dow also making a new high and pulling back. And the Russell just dead in the water, really nothing going on with the Russell. So all in all, just the whole week was kind of choppy. And, we got non-farm payrolls. This morning we had the core PCE, and that really didn't move. It came in line. Notable was, again, the VIX jumping above 15. This could be setting up for some further selling next week, institutional hedging and so forth. So I've been talking about the VIX holding above 15, which in fact it has. That's really interesting. I don't know if, again, that's going to be meaningful. Rates really not doing much also. So overall, the dollar looks like it's also trying to hold above 100, but nothing new. The big news clearly this week was China. All the Chinese stocks going bananas. MCHI is the main one I'm looking at. Is it the beginning of something new? The thing is, just real quick, because this is really the news of the week, clearly. A lot of these Chinese stocks are right at resistance, like for instance, MCHI. But here's the opportunity. This thing was as high as 97, and you can just look at like stocks like BABA. Similarly, basically hasn't broken out at 118, and that was like at 300. So there, and again, you don't want to chase these, but I think this is the real McCoy. I think you get a pull back down anytime in the next couple of weeks, and those should be buying opportunities in Chinese stocks. The Chinese, the Chinese Communist Party just basically kitchen sinking the whole thing. You're throwing everything at this thing, and it could be. I think it's going to be a very meaningful change. But again, on the charts, you got to wait for pullbacks. So that really was the whole story this week. Metals benefited from that. Copper, as I mentioned, been talking about, copper is a Chinese play that's approaching 468 resistance. We are long silver here at TTS with a proxy stock that is ready for a breakout. Didn't actually fully break out, but you can see it's kind of hovering around the breakout levels. Nat gas also interesting coming into the end of the week with this particular resistance in the contract specific trying to break out. I think we still got to get above 3. But the fact that it pulled back and never, this is a very shallow pullback, is constructive for nat gas futures. However, I think we still got to get above 3 in order for this to really be a legitimate breakout, or clearly, if you're long from somewhere down in here in this basing, you have to look at $3. But nevertheless, we'll see what happens. And then the grains similarly have been kind of chopping around. Specifically, I've been talking about soybeans and soybeans up at 11 a bushel. I think that's going to be similar to nat gas at 3, and then corn also starting to shape up as well if it breaks above 425. So a lot of these commodities are starting to shape up, and I think that has to do with China. So we'll see if again there's anything meaningful here. And then on the stocks, the tech stocks um, are not acting well. You see Nvidia is actually down today. Avago down from this level here. This is the level we've been focused on at TTS. Avago here. This is a Broadcom. Whether it actually pulls back all the way to 160 will be interesting. Coming up next week, that should drag the Nasdaq down as well. And so all in all, kind of more of the same. We got non-farm payrolls next week. We still have like Nike earnings, and as we close in on the election, that's also going to create some volatility. But it's been a challenge trading the indexes, as you know, been very, very challenged. There was one setup here if you were in the Nasdaq, but other than that, it's been kind of rough here. You can see we kind of came up around this area here. Whether we actually get some strong follow through is going to remains to be seen. So, okay, all right. Again, subscribe to the newsletter. Put some commentary, and next week, I guess the closer we get to the election, I think it's going to get volatility is going to start kicking in. So you got to be ready for that. Okay. All right. Have a great rest of your week, and I'll see you on Tuesday. Take care. Have a great weekend.